a metal artist who creates delicate flower petals out of copper. A woodworker who transforms kitchen appliances into art. And visit a woman who creates elegant molding for a corner cabinet. Watch them all on Modern Masters. The rolling waves. The ancient volcanoes. The effusive flowers. Tropical Paradise is metal artist Gregory Craft's motif. It permeates both his work and his workspace in Oahu, Hawaii.
It's where I come from, and what I mean by that is it shows me what to make. It gives me the ideas of how to represent my work. The inspiration in Hawaii, I've never seen it anyplace else that is so beautiful. And that's why I'm here, to try to harness that inspiration and put it into another form.
Even though Gregory respects the beauty Mother Nature creates, he also feels a friendly rivalry with her.
I look at what nature has done, and then I look at what I have done, and then we see who has done the best that day. Sometimes it's nature, once in a while it's me.
Gregory began working in metal 27 years ago when he followed the footsteps of his big brother.
As a 12-year-old boy, my brother, who was 10 years older than I, was in the metal arts, and he was making little sculptures and stuff, and he had me come over to help him out.
But it's Gregory's ability to draw that he believes helps him the most in his work.
I've always had a talent to draw. When I was a little kid, I spent my time in school rocking and drawing, and they thought I was odd. They were right, but I took those talents, and actually that talent to draw is how I get my commissions. I'm able to take the client's ideas and draw them on paper.
This day, Gregory is working on an entry gate for a client's home. It will feature a large flower called a heliconia, which grows in Hawaii. Gregory is using copper to emulate the flower's vibrant color.
Each part of the flower comes in separate sections, and I'm cutting each one of those out individually. These shears I have had for about 20 years, so they take a little extra effort, but it's a great tool.
Now Gregory puts the petal to the metal, or in this case, melts metal on the petals.
We're going to be brazing the individual petals together, and we'll be using bronze rod with oxyacetylene and fusing basically the two sides of the leaves together.
As Gregory works, he discovers a new brazing method. It's all in the wrist.
I just made this up. I've always had a hard time stitching these things.
Before his discovery, Gregory used to heat the bronze rod continuously, which would sometimes burn holes through the petals.
By that sewing machine motion, it fused up perfectly. It's a brand new technique. I've never done it before. Works great.
Although Gregory is always experimenting, he has a style which is very recognizable.
I use a lot of triangles. And these triangles I make into very flowing patterns. But I make all my ocean waves out of triangles. I make all my birds. I have sort of a signature bird, flowing bird design, all made out of triangles. What we're going to do right now is tack these up and see how they look. Looks great.
With the help of his assistants, Jimmy Juarez and Elia Rodriguez, Gregory incorporates his signature triangular birds into the gate.
Okay, look away.
Gregory and Elia look away so the ultraviolet light produced by the MIG welder doesn't burn their retinas. Jimmy wears a protective helmet as he tacks the bird in place. The MIG welder forms a temporary weld by shooting out little drops of melted aluminum. The pieces of the gate are just tacked in place so Gregory can make sure the gate is well balanced.
Well, we've got a lot of work to do. We have the components together, but we have to tack them up, put them all in place, weld them, finish grinding, do the primers and paints.
It takes 60 additional hours of work before the gate is completed. Once it's installed, Gregory adds the crowning glory.
We've finished the flowers, the heliconias, and we've put a nice bright polished finish on them. Also, we've got a two-part epoxy glue that we've already put on the stems. And that glue will take about 2 hours to harden, but it's very strong and durable. We'll position these just so.
The finished gate is both an invitation to enter and a statement of who the owners are.
It's a real step for people to take this kind of artistic investment, to say, and have everyone look at it. They're literally putting their faces out on the street, in a sense.
Gregory likes to help his clients express their creativity, whether it's a fiesta of flowers or a gate with tranquil lily pads. Gregory pushes himself to deliver his clients' visions.
That's the essence of mastery, really. That's the essence of going to the next step. If you don't give it everything you've got, then what else is there? If you don't give it all, that's not enough.
Gregory's work speaks volumes, both in quantity and quality. Like the natural beauty he captures in his gates, his work is abundant and full of imagination. When Modern Masters returns, giving everyday kitchen appliances a facelift.
I came across the idea of doing the appliance fronts when we were doing